this. Bring. Okay, and we are live. Make sure I've got the right screen showing. And I do. You should see it says schedules. Welcome, welcome, welcome to everyone. Once again, I do apologize for sending out the wrong link. We're going to go ahead and get training. We've got quite a few people that have checked in, and this is being recorded. So for those of you, excuse me, who've catched us on YouTube, welcome. For those of you who are catching us on Zoom, welcome. I still have some bronchitis. I thought I almost got over it and still coughing a little bit of bronchitis. Went to the doctor and he said 4 to 6 weeks. So I guess I've got a few more weeks of that going on, but that's okay. We're back from the holidays. I hope everyone had a great time. I hope everyone had a great time with your families and a lot of food. I've never ate so much in my life, and I always love the holidays. I did something this year I haven't done in a long time. I took off for 5 days, and boy, did I ever regret it today. It's been the phones have been going crazy, and it's been a busy schedule today. But we're going to jump right into the Beacon platform. Let me bring this down here. Real quick, let me take care of some housekeeping before we do that. First off, welcome to the event. Turn up your speakers and clear all your distractions. Kerry Miller TV, Beacon Funnels, nor I cannot guarantee just because you're watching this webinar, you will make any sales, create any traffic, or increase your income. Every person is different, has different work ethics and different desires. And now we will go straight in the platform. I want to get in here and I want to show you our new scheduling. If I can get this to come down. There we go. And share this screen with you. And everybody should see the Beacon screen. Can everybody see the Beacon screen there? Hey, Pat, how you doing? Most humble apologies for sending out the wrong link. Tonight, we're going to look at schedules. And we added this right before the holiday. It is still in beta, so if you see anything at all, I got a couple of changes that are coming out here in the next couple of days to the scheduling platform. A couple of things that we've got to fix, but it works absolutely amazing. It's one of the coolest things that we've been working on that you can add. It is really, really great for restaurants or anyone who schedules anything at all. Maybe they've got a morning schedule, an afternoon schedule, and an evening schedule. For example, someone who does fitness or personal training, perfect for those kind of people. Restaurants, perfect for those kind of people. Daycare centers, anyone that runs on a schedule, and those schedules change. Excuse me. So let's go right down here to schedules. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to create a schedule. Now, I've already created a schedule, but I'm going to show you exactly how this works. And we're going to name this a different name here. We're going to call this a restaurant schedule. Restaurant. And you're able to put several schedules in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And we're going to go 7 o'clock to, let's say, 11 o'clock. And we're going to set up the notification. Now, this notification happens to be the notification that will go out, just like any notification. This is the Eddie Stone notification that goes out. And so we're going to say breakfast. And we'll just put a short description right here. This is your breakfast menu. And we'll come down and we will save that. Now, this is the time that this notification will actually go out. And this is what the title will be, and this is what the description will be. Now we're going to add another rule. This is rule number 1 for breakfast. We're going to add another rule. We're going to do the same thing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And we'll go from 11 o'clock until 2 o'clock. Or let's say 3 o'clock. That's when my dad used to run dinners from. And we'll call this lunch. Let me come up here and put the campaign with this. I missed this. This is going to be a markdown card. And we're going to go, this is breakfast right here. And rule 2, we're going to go campaign. And this will be markdown card. And this will be lunch. And you can see I created these markdown cards. They're just regular markdown cards. Lunch menu, hamburger, $4.99. Hot dog, $1.99. French fries, $1.09. Drinks, $1. Same thing. We'll put our notification in here. This is your lunch menu. And we're going to save that. And you just keep adding as many rules as you want. Now we're going to come down here and we're going to set this one from 3 o'clock. This is in military time. If you don't know military time, 1500 is 3 o'clock, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And we'll say till 2000, which is 8 o'clock. Campaign, it's a markdown card. You can also use your custom URLs or anything else you want to use. We'll say dinner menu. Excuse me. Notification. Dinner menu. Once again, these are the notifications that will go out. These notifications will automatically switch at these times. And we're going to click save. Excuse me. If you haven't had this bronchitis, please don't get it. Now we're going to go back to the beacons and we're going to assign a beacon to this schedule. We're going to come down right here where it says Eddystone campaign. We're going to go to schedule and we're going to call this restaurant. Select restaurant. And you can see right here that the time that is set right now is dinner. So we're going to click save. And that has now saved our schedule. I'm going to pull it up on my phone here. Hang on just one sec. Give me 1 second. I want you guys to see what it looks like on the phone. I'm going to come over and I'm going to switch this real quick. Bring up my iPhone. Screen share. Okay, you should be able to see my iPhone now. You can see the, oops, hit the wrong one there. I got a whole bunch of them here, so they flip on my phone really quick. Hit the dinner. excuse me, hit the dinner notification, and the notification pops right up. You can put as many of these in here as you want. You can make these, put as many notifications in the schedule as you want. Very, very, very simple to do. Let me go back out of here. Something else that's new I wanted to share. Any questions on setting up a schedule? It's very, very simple to do. Just go to schedules. You can create as many schedules as you want. All of these schedules are ran in the same beacon. You don't have to go back and change the beacon. You don't have to do anything at the specific time that is set. That is the time that that particular markdown card will be transmitted, or the URL or the form, whatever it is you're wanting to put in there. You can put a multiple of things. You can put a markdown card. You can put a form. You can put your own custom URL. You can put your own responsive website if you want. You can put your own Facebook page if you want, whatever it is, and just continue to add the rules. You can change these every hour if you want to. Really, really, really powerful program. Something that we've done, if you haven't been in the platform since the holidays, we actually changed the way you see your notifications, your clicks and your click-throughs on the dashboard. If you'll notice, it shows last month's and this month's. Okay, so it shows the last week and the week before. So it's really, really cool the way it does that. You can see today and yesterday. You can compare the two. You can see I've not been in my office at all where my beacons are located. We'll compare the last 7 days to the previous 7 days. The last 30 days to the previous 30 days. And you can see the light blue line is the previous, and this is the current. This is this month. This is last month. And the last 90 days to the last 90 days. And you can see the variations. Very, 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 very powerful when you're talking to your clients and you're showing them the progression of what your campaigns are doing, and you're showing them how their campaigns are working. Any questions at all? Not a lot in tonight's training. Next week, we'll be on Tuesday night. We're going to talk about selling the Beacon platform, selling the program. I wanted to get all the new stuff out of the way. We won't have anything new launching till after the first of the year. We're still working on the My Special Deals app. If you missed the update, we're having trouble with Apple, the iPhone app, and because of all the changes they've done and they're continuing to do every day. And we've submitted it twice and it didn't work. And they would come out with an update immediately after we submitted it. So we're just doing some catch up with some programming. Should be out in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Any questions at all? My most humble apology once again for missing the right link going out on training. We will be back on track next Tuesday night. We're going to talk about selling. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to share with you the things that I say, how I go out and approach businesses, how I go out and set up the campaigns, and what I'm doing to build my business. I'm very blessed, very fortunate. My business is doing very, very well. And we have several resellers, Beacon resellers that are doing very well. Looking at a couple of other platforms that we're going to merge in with our platform in the next couple of months. So a lot of great things are coming your way here right after the first of the year. Any questions at all? Feel free to type it in the chat box. Hey, Jim, how you doing? Lisa, good to see you. Tina, good to see you. Yes, I did send out the wrong link. But hey, at least you made it. Thank you. Yes, you can set this. You can set up a different schedule. You can set up a different. Each beacon can have its own schedule. You could have one beacon doing a schedule of one thing in the front of the store, another beacon doing a schedule at the back of the store. You can create as many schedules as you want. And then you're just attached to the beacon. When you create the name, the title, and you go back into your beacons, like this beacon here, you can see is with a markdown card. If I want to use a schedule on this beacon, I want to come down and I want to set up this schedule that was I previously did when I was practicing with this. I can come in and hit save. And now I've got two different beacons on two different schedules. You can set up as many schedules on as many beacons as you want. Absolutely. Yes, once you're done with the schedule, all you have to do is come up and direct that beacon to where you want it to go. And it'll go right back. You can select different markdown cards or whatever you want to do. Yes, it's very, very versatile. Extremely versatile. Absolutely. Yeah, and you're talking about like a big mall? Sure. Food courts would be a great place for this. Now, here's the thing with food courts, and now I'm a little bit different, okay? I like to sell to the small to medium mom and pop businesses across the country. I stay away from, what do you call it? Chain restaurants, because it's hard to get a hold of the decision maker. The decision makers are not usually at that store. It's usually a large corporation that owns those franchises and those chains. So when you go to the food courts, you're probably not going to find a lot of individual mom and pop style businesses there. But I'm not saying don't go after that business. You may want to approach it from a corporate standpoint that way, and approach the and just make some corporate presentations. You know, pick 3 or 4 of them or 2 or 3 of them and go speak to them. But you could literally run those beacon programs right from those storefronts. And you wouldn't even really need a lot of beacons. You could set those beacons up to, say, 250 feet, 300 feet. And each one of those beacons would be sending out that traffic to those to the customers that are there. I'm having great success. The question is how do I let people know beacons are there? I'm having real good success using the texting and directing people. And I'm going to talk about that next week, how to set up a text program and show the business how they can use texting to drive people into their beacons. It's working very well for me. I've been doing that for about 3 weeks now. Signage, I use signage at every storefront. I'll show you guys those signs next week during training. And that way everybody's back from the holidays and they don't miss that training. But I use signage, and I also use a short code, and I drive people into the beacon platform. Yes. Every store has their own short codes. Every store has their own texting information, texting platforms. And it works very, very well. And there again, that completes that funnel. You know, we talk about building the funnel. You want to complete that funnel. You want that store to be able to reach out to their clients every opportunity they can, as many times as they can, through as many channels as they can. You know, we live in a day today where we are a techno society. I mean, every one of you, I can promise you, there's 18 people on this call. Every single one of you can pick up your phone right now because it's within an arm's reach. Okay, everybody on here. When you go out, I went to a store. Unfortunately, I went to a store I'm not a store shopper, especially during the holidays. And there was like 5 million people in that store. And I'm not kidding you. It was wall to wall people. The lines were backed all the way out of the checkout counters. And everybody was on their phone. Nobody was talking to one another. No one was visiting. Every single person was on there. It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. You know, I've seen that progress over the years. I think this year when I went out, it was probably the worst I've ever seen it. And what was even worse is people are on their phones while they're shopping, asking the person on the other end what they wanted them to buy. It was just chaos, absolute chaos. So, you know, we live in that world where the phone is happening and people have the phone in their hand. So you might as well use marketing that drives people to the beacons, to the phone, to the marketing platforms, so that they can get the information and the data that they need to make that buying decision. As we talked about, and I'll go back to this card here, and Lisa, I know you're new, and I thank you for being here. But we'll talk about this markdown card right here. And this was one of the first campaigns that I taught when you build this markdown card. This is actually your sales card right here. This is the actual sale that the Beacon is sending out, designer jeans sale. Mention this notification on designer jeans, 20% off with this notification. On the bottom down here, we're giving them a micro moment so they can make a micro decision, an immediate decision right now while they're in the store to go and help them to buy something else. So others bought these shirts when buying jeans. And of course, this is an actual picture of the display so that they can see that display. They see it on their phone. They can visually see it in the store, and they'll go to that display. Now, when they go to this display, what's going to happen? They're going to receive another notification, another Beacon notification that says, hey, and this will go up, this will go up top. The shirts will go up here. And right down here it says, others bought these shoes or these belts or these accessories when buying this shirt. So instead of somebody going in and buying a pair of jeans, they go in and they buy a complete outfit. Okay. The return on investment of that one buying moment went from $100 to $200 to $300. Not only that, of course, we've got this tied into our marketing platform where they can sign up for text message marketing and receive that information via text at the touch of a button. So we can drive them back into the store that way, and we can sit down and say, hey, the boutique is having a new sale today. Make sure you come in and check your notifications. And what happens? The process happens right back over again. They walk in the store. They see the sale. They do the same thing over and over. And it's just a continual loop. And creating that footfall and bringing that footfall back into the store. And we're going to go really deep into this next week. We're going to really get into some marketing, probably some marketing 201 or 301, probably more advanced than you're used to. That's something I do is study marketing from top to bottom and what's going on in the world today and what you need to be doing and educating your customers. Customer education is the key. No, sure. No, absolutely. Hey, Billy, how you doing, buddy? Is it cold in Minnesota? It's cold in Texas, I can tell you that. Yes. Yes, ma'am. We will do it next week. We will be on next Tuesday. Next Tuesday. Last week we were off for the holidays, and I will be traveling this Wednesday, and I've got another training tomorrow night. Yes, sir. Billy was just asking, should you show them the analytics on your beacons? Absolutely. That's why they're here for. These analytics are some of the most important things you can show your customers. That's the number one reason I put these in here. Customers want to know what's going on. Customers want to know what their money is doing and is anything happening. And with these analytics, you can see here, I'm so sorry. That's a cough. As you can see here, you can download these in CSV form. And when you download these in CSV form, let me move this over here and I'll save this and open it up for you. Let me open this real quick. See where it pops up from here. Let me switch this screen here real quick and I'll show you. Hey, no problem. No, I don't mind you asking questions at all. That's what we're here for. Can everybody see the Excel file I got sitting here? You can see this is the place ID. This is the front room. This is the office. These are the dates, the number of notifications, and the number of clicks. And you can absolutely go through and show them how to do this. Absolutely can go through and show them how to do this. Let's see here. I'll show you next week how to turn this into a bar graph. I was playing with it yesterday. Oh, here we go. You select your data and you can set it up and you can make it into a bar graph. And I'll walk you through that next week. But all you do is export it. You don't have to do the bar graphs. You can copy these if you want. Cut these right off here. Oops. Back on this screen. You can cut these out if you want. Copy these. I use Snagit to do that. Yes, sir. These are all different. And we're gonna go, we'll go through this next week. We'll go through each one of these next week because this is a huge selling tool right here that you need to use. On the schedules, you can place anything you want. Right here under campaign, you can use a markdown card, a custom URL. You can use a form. No campaign. You don't want to use anything. Just turn it off. There's no rule, no notifications at all going out during this period of time. And I like using the markdown cards. They're very easy to use, very easy to do. Very easy to build with the WYSIWYG system. The app intent. Sure. When you set up app intent, this actually transmits your Facebook. I use it for Facebook. I don't know the scheme for Google. I know the scheme for Facebook. It's Facebook, your page / and this is your page ID. com.facebook.katana. And this is a fallback URL. Instead of the Play Store, open this URL if the app is not installed. So if the Facebook app is not installed, excuse me, you can put a URL here and it will open that URL instead. So if they do not have the Facebook app on their phone, okay, because this actually will trigger the Facebook app, okay, it will open up this URL right here. And you can make that whatever you want. But remember, this has to be HTTPS. Yes. Just FB. Katana? You know, I looked that up, and this happened to be one of the Facebook gurus' daughters. When they created this, they said they needed a name for that, and this was one of his daughter's names, and it's been Katana from day one. So when they named the app package, it was facebook.katana, and this was actually her name. That's where that came from. A little bit of Facebook history. I was curious myself. Absolutely. Any more questions? We are here every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. Let me look at a schedule real quick. Give me 1 second. Let me check December. I don't think there will be any reason. We will not be here the 26th. We will be back on the 2nd. So we won't be here on the 26th, but we're going to be here on the 5th, 12th, and 19th. We won't be here the 26th. That's the day after Christmas. But we will be back on the 2nd. Everybody will be back to work and start a new year. Can't believe the new year is here. 7 o'clock every Tuesday. Yeah, tonight was just a fluke deal. I've got to be out of town Wednesday to finish up my holiday travels, and I won't be back in time, so I had to move Wednesday to Tuesday and Tuesday to Monday. All right, if there's no more questions, thanks everybody for coming out. Once again, I apologize for screwing up the link. I'll take full responsibility for that. I did it. I sent it out, and I sent out the wrong thing. But you're here, and I appreciate it very much. And I will see you next Tuesday night.